All right, the Reds, it is the preview show, Liverpool v Southampton at Anfield on Saturday, 3 p.m. kick-off. I've got Shaun with me to talk about it. And Shaun, I feel as though we've got to start with the Champions League game, really. I mean, it was pitched as the dead rubber. It was pitched as the game that didn't matter. But then we've come away from it going, well, that was actually quite enjoyable, lad. And one of the best goals Anfield's seen, I think.
Exactly, yeah. No, it was great, wasn't it? I think the best thing for me was the lads coming back from injury and looking at, us playing, what you'd call a weakened team, but being miles better than them, always looking the team in command. What's been sort of through at Liverpool throughout this season, when you talk about City and Chelsea, is strength and depth. But actually think about it, we look pretty sound, strength and depth-wise. I think the only thing that's been sort of taking our benches and taking us this year has been the injuries. So we keep the lads fit. I'm quietly confident coming out of that we've got enough people like Chamberlain. For me, was brilliant last night.
Yeah, he was.
And he has been for the last couple of games, sorry. And if he can keep up that form, all of a sudden the midfield looks a lot stronger than what you'd think with, as I say, all the injuries that we've had.
Yeah, absolutely. Liverpool could be the first English side then to go through the group phases with a 100% record. No side from this country has won 6 out of 6 in the group stages. The 2-0 win over Porto also means Liverpool have scored 2 or more goals in 16 consecutive games in all competitions. The first English team to achieve that feat since Wolves in 1939. In the league as well, Liverpool are the only team to have scored in all 12 of the Premier League games so far. They found the net in each of their last 22 league games overall as well, netting in at least twice in 18 of those, including the last 9. We've got to talk about Mo Salah as well. 17 goals now this season in 17 games played. And, we had a good laugh, didn't we, at the sort of, the Porto defender falling on his arse and that kind of thing. But, when you dig into it, you can see, well, not only that goal stat, but also the stat that he's had in the Premier League, 19 take-ons in the opposition box this season, which is at least 11 more than any other player in the competition. I mean, that's outstanding, and the goals he scored are outstanding. If you're Southampton prepping this week for this game, you must be like, how do we stop this fella?
I don't think you can. I don't think you can stop him. I think that's the thing. This year he just looks electric, doesn't he? Every time he gets the ball, the strength, holding defenders off. I haven't seen a defender that's outstrengthened him yet this season. The numbers he's getting, it is ridiculous, and we're right to keep talking about it, because I think it's easy to forget about it and just brush under the carpet. But what he's doing is ridiculous, and there's no doubt that he will go down as one of the Liverpool greats. Absolutely. And deservedly so. Yeah,
unbelievable this season. He really is on another level. And Liverpool v Southampton then, Saturday 3 o'clock at Anfield, as I said. Odds for this one, Liverpool are 7-2 on to win it. The draw is 5-1, and if you fancy Southampton, who are statistically the worst away side in the Premier League in this calendar year, you can get 8-1 on them to come up to Anfield and win. All comps this season, Liverpool have now played 19, won 14, drawn 4 and lost 1. Southampton have played 15, won 4, drawn 7 and lost 4. I think when you read that Southampton record as well, it just makes you realise that, we're lucky to be seeing what we're seeing. I mean, 15 games and you've only seen your side win 4 times. They're not scoring very many goals as well. They've got 11 so far in the Premier League, so less than 1 per game. I mean, it doesn't sound very exciting, does it?
No, and, back to the point earlier about us scoring 2 goals in the last, 16 consecutive games or whatever it is, it is really, we need to take stock of what we're seeing here and what we're watching. And, for me, going into Saturday, it's just about the concentration. Can we keep the concentration? Because we do what we know we can do, and we're better than them. You can see it in the stats there. You can see it in the odds. We're a better team than Southampton. Yeah. So it's if like the Brighton game where we look like the best team in the world for half an hour, and you think there's no chance in the world these are beating us here, and all of a sudden the concentration goes a little bit. We have a few things that go against us, and it doesn't quite happen. So we can keep concentration throughout the game on Saturday. As I said before, with all the players we've got coming back, then we should be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mentioned the struggle for goals for Southampton as well, and I think that's underlined by, if you look at their top goal scorers, certainly in the Premier League, there's 4 players tied on 2 goals. That's their top goal scorers. So you've got Adam Armstrong, James Ward-Prowse, Shea Adams and Armando Broja. I'm going to go with. They've all got 2 goals each in the Premier League. And when you compare that to Liverpool, Mo is on 11 in the league, 17 overall, as I mentioned, and 11 Liverpool players have scored so far in the league this season. So you've got Mo with 11 goals in the league. Mane with 7, Jota with 5, Firmino with 4, Keita with 2, Trent's got 1, Henderson's got 1, Fabinho's got 1, Curtis Jones has got 1, Minamino has got 1, and Origi has got 1. All right, the Reds, thanks very much for getting stuck into that little snippet there of Anfield Wrap content. If you want the rest of that show and much more besides, click the link below, subscribe to the Anfield Wrap Premium, and for that you will get reviews, previews, exclusive interviews, post-match content, the full it. Get involved, follow us, follow them from the heart of Liverpool. Up the Reds.